What's good? What's good in the hood? How y'all doing, man? Got a lot going on. Did y'all hear the shooting going on in New York, in Brooklyn? I think they know who the guy is. He was on some surveillance cameras, and I think the dude name is Frank something. Look on your social media platform. They got a picture of his face on there. Um, what's his name? Frank James. That's his name. He is an interest in the shooting that took place on the N train in Brooklyn Tuesday morning. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call NYPD tips. So this what he looked like. Yeah. So y'all help find that dude. You know, if they got the right dude. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of hearing about random shootings and innocent people getting hit that ain't did nothing to nobody, you know. And so yeah, let's make that happen. Anybody see this brother, you know, call them folks and get them up off the street. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me put the camera on me. That will help, right? I be on a lot of platforms that's talking about a lot of cryptocurrency and how it's the new wave and the new money and all that. And that's well and fine, but I just feel like it works against you if you really don't know what you're doing and what you're talking about. So pretty much people in finance, that's who really up on the game. And yeah, you could read up on it and I physically don't know nobody that's in my vicinity. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do have a coworker that showed me his Bitcoin account, and he got 19,000 in that joint. But I didn't ask the details on what did he put in and how long that took because I don't even think he was open and receptive to tell me that information. So I only saw it because he was showing off. So yeah, he was like, yeah. So it just sounds like when all these new situations come about, you know, it's like the first people that get in and throw a lot of money at it, that's who really benefiting from it. When you come in after the fact, it's like, it's at a stalemate or it's slow to grow or do what you need to do with it. So it's basically all this investing stuff. I just feel like it's for people that got like throwaway money. Like they say with lotto, gamble responsibly, play with your fun money. Okay, I would say for investing, play with your throwaway money that you ain't gonna miss because that's basically what you're doing. I don't understand the stock market about the stock market going up, the stock market going down. That's just too much of a risk. So let's break it down. You're basically investing in a business that you need everybody else to invest in for you to see a profit. I mean, that's what I'm gathering. So when people pull their shares out and the value drop, then that's when you lose money. And that's up and down. That's just too, like they say, too volatile for me. So definite money is you putting money into something that's already established, like investing in one of the gasoline companies that sell gas, like Exxon, Amoco, you know, gas companies of that nature, what else? Toilet paper, long term stuff that people need that's gonna be around. But that's, I guess, called what, long term investment. So once you put that there, you need to just leave it to 3 to 5 years. And depending on what you put in, that's how much is going to get residuals, that you're going to get. Like 20,000 over 5 years might make you 1.5. But who seriously got 20,000 to put somewhere and just let it sit there for 5 years? Shit, I'm gonna need that in 6 months, you know, just to pay bills. So I ain't got no goddamn 20,000 to just put somewhere and just let it sit there. You know, I mean, but that's really the breakdown of it. You know what I'm saying? So, they trying to make stock available for the little man. But all you doing is putting into the pot for the big boys to earn interest on their money, from the way I'm understanding, you know. And so, like, you put $500 in a stock. So what's the timeline that's going to make you 5,000? Because it's not long term that you invested in. It's you probably invested into a startup or something that's you know something like Uber. Uber is already established. Everybody that made money with Uber was the people that got on board early. Like, it's a new platform called Fanbase. It started by Isaac Hayes' son, Isaac Hayes Jr. So they had an open investment, investing, timeline. And from what I'm hearing, they had three cycles that they took investors. You could throw money in it and invest and become a partner and buy shares for low cost, if I'm saying that right. So let's say in 5 years, everybody that invested going to see something nice. Like, suppose if you invested 500, your 500 might be 50,000 in 5 years or better. You might get 100 grand out of it because it is the new wave. It's a new cultural platform. It's going to be on the lines of Facebook. Think about it. Facebook fan base. It's going to be on the lines of Twitter, Instagram. So it's going to be big like that. And it's catered to Black culture, and it's artist driven. So for the most part, everybody on there are artists of some kind. Podcasters, singers, dancers, artists, like, people that, draw, yeah. So that's going to be the clientele that people are catering to on that platform, that platform catered to. And business individuals that are politicking about helping each other with their businesses and brands. So yeah, and everything that YouTube does, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and whatever else, they do it on that platform. So that's the new wave. So if I was into investing, I'm old school with it. I play lotto. That's what I understand. I stick with what I know. I ain't in the business of losing money, and I'm not going to be experimenting losing money. Now, maybe if I was in my 20s, your boy 51, I'll be 52 Saturday. If I was a young man with no responsibilities and no big bills, then yeah, I'll play with some money and have in my mind that, okay, I'm going to lose this money. It's a possibility. At this point and at the stage of the game I'm at now, I don't have no money to be losing to nobody and making somebody else rich. We not playing that. So I salute everybody that go down that road and make it happen. It ain't for everybody. I'm going to stick with what I know, and we rock like that. I'll get a couple of dollars and whatnot. Here's some gas money. Maybe I will hit the big one day. We don't know. I don't know. Because if I did, then I would know what date to pile all my money on it. So it could be on a astronomical level that I would hit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So look, let's get into the feature. You know what I'm saying? Who I'm gonna do first? Who I'm gonna do first? Both of these individuals are icons in their field. One of the Staples singers, one of the sisters died, Cleotha Staples, Cleola. All right, let me look at her name, and I'm gonna bring up some visuals on her. Okay, Cleotha Staples. That's a country name right there. God rest her soul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Um, Actually, no, she died in 2013. So her birthday was yesterday. All right, if she was still here. So, okay. All right. But still, let's honor her on this platform. And, I don't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about Marvis, what is it, Marvis Staples? And one of their daughters was on Sunday Best. I think the last season, and she made it like to the finals. And then the young dude, one of the young dudes, beat her out. And Melvin something the third, his dad was a famous singer and songwriter or something. You know. All right, so this is Cleotha Staples of the legendary Staples singers, dies at 78 in 2013. So this is what, 2022. So she about 85 now, right? Let's do the math. You know what I'm saying? So 79, she'd have been 80 in 2015. So 85 in 2020, 86, 80. So she'd have been 87 years old. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's give her shine because Maple or what's her name? Maple Staples is usually the one that get all the shine because she was the lead singer and everything. But you know, hold on, that's them right there. Yeah, what's that Maple Steep? Who's it? Hold on, let me blow that up. Was that Pop Staple? Yeah, I think Mavis Staples. That's her name. Yeah, Mavis Staple. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to get some of their music up on the platform. But I think they was more gospel than R&B. But they was from the culture from the 70s, from that timeline, So I mean, when we get around to gospel, then we could do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? But she was known as a group singer. I don't know if she really did her thing individually. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be interesting to know. Did she put out any solo projects? Let's see. Let's see. And if she did, then we could play something. Let's give her flowers. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to Google University and see what they say. Yeah, that'll be fire. And if not, we could just play something from Staple Singers, a throwback. You know what I'm saying? It's only right. Yeah, it's only right. Did Cleo Cleotha Staples, did she have a solo album? Which word? All right, this is what they're saying. Cleotha Staples obituary. Okay. All right, this is another picture of them. It look like Pop Staples and their brother or something. You know. All right, singers with the soul and gospel with the staple singers. Okay. During the second half of the 20th century, the staple singers became one of Black America's favorite group. After achieving fame with traditional gospel songs, they were inspired by Martin Luther King to embrace protest music before moving on to soul with the Stax label in Memphis. So they did make R&B music in Tennessee. And who ran that? Isaac Hayes and others. But Isaac Hayes was a staple at Stax, uh, at the Stax recording label or music label. You know what I'm saying? And the group consisted of Robot, Pops, Staples, and his children. Of these, the mainstay, what is it, mainstays of the Staple singers were the youngest Mavis, and the eldest Cleotha, who has died at 78. Cleotha was born in rural Mississippi. Her father worked at various jobs but found his meteor as a musician, learning the guitar from listening to renowned blues players such as Charlie Fatton and Howlin' Wolf. Roebuck's brother and sister had moved north to Chicago, and in 1936, he followed them to the Windy City with his wife, Ocella, and the 2-year-old Cleotha. There, the family grew to 5 children, and by the late 1940s, Pops had schooled Cleotha and her siblings in the close harmonies of classic gospel music. Cleotha, also known as Cleo and Cleety, attended the city's Doolittle School, then the Dunbar Trade School, where she learned dressmaking. She would later design and make stage outfits for the Staples singers. Okay, so she was the stylist. Okay,